Hello guys, and welcome back to Watch Reviews by Hurley. Today I'm going to be reviewing the EPOS 3504 Titanium Green Sunray Dial 500 meter diver with polished black bezel SW200 Movement on a green rubber strap. In this review I'll be showing you a sea trial me and my brother executed at Banga Lagoon, Fiji. So enjoy the review and the dive film. I think most reviewers don't actually have the opportunity to blend dive film with the watch. So yes, this watch was taken to the task to prove itself at depths of 80 to 120 feet. So let's literally dive in. First, as always, please like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy this review. This will be my official second watch review, so forgive me if I missed something as I'm learning to do these watch reviews. Been watching these these reviews for some years and fascinated. I'm a big watch enthusiast myself, as well as an outdoor person. But I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. So I felt like if I could add some dive film to make it a bit more interesting and provide some real life underwater footage to show you how these watches actually performed overall undersea with readability, lume, underwater pressure between 80 to 120 feet. I typically don't dive any more than that because it becomes a technical dive, which, and I know that's not extreme, 120 feet, but most people dive to those depths. 95% of the divers out there, that's about as deep as they go. So, all right, let's get into it. Basically, this is a follow-up to my previous EPOS 3441DD watch review that was done on the same Fiji dive at Banga Lagoon. Although it's spelled B-E-Q-A, it's apparently pronounced Banga if you follow the local Fijian linguistics. As you may recall, the 3441DD, which had that date at the 10-11 o'clock position, I think is pretty stunning. It was obvious from my review that I really liked this design. The blue dial color with the yellow accents, brushed silver borders, and polished chamfered edges and features this yellow accent on the crown just really ties in nicely on this watch. I don't have although this is a titanium model, you can get it in stainless steel. So again, me and my brother brought you some fantastic Fiji dive film in that Banga Lagoon on that 3441 DD review, and we'll show you some more on this 35.0 review on the wrist at depth 80 to 120 feet. So again, like I said, we're on the same trip. We were fortunate enough to sea trial the EPOS 3504 diver with this amazing green sunray dial paired with the polished black bezel, which, let me just show you the action on this. It's really nice, 120 click precision movement. Nice and firm, not too easy, not too hard. Lines up perfectly at the 12, 3, and 9 positions. So really nice job on the quality with that bezel design. Well, again, like I said, on the same trip, we were fortunate enough to sea trial the EPOS 3504 model. With this particular model has the white Arabic numerals paired with the black polished bezel, and Cyclops at the 3 o'clock, which I like because my eyes aren't that too great. But anyway, those dates are sometimes difficult to read, so I always appreciate a good Cyclops on the watch. They also offer this same 3504 model in black and blue dials with a lot of strap options, including a titanium bracelet. This review will be focusing on that same dive trip, but with the EPOS 3504 Titanium Green Sun Dial, again with this nice polished black bezel. It will be obvious from this review as well that I'm pretty impressed with this diver in terms of design, function, overall look of this watch. It just really is nice to look at and wear on the wrist. Fits comfortably. Let me just throw this on real quick. Has the by the way, it has the EPOS logo underneath there, and these diamond shaped ribs, or I guess nubs you call them, and that kind of gives you a nice friction up against the wrist, so you have less movement. Bear with me a second while I throw that on, and there you go. Real comfortable, supple pliable rubber strap that just pairs nicely with that Green Sunray Dial. Looks good with that turtle in the background too, by the way. As I mentioned on my last EPOS diver review, I reviewed a lot of detail regarding that 344D1 here, along with some really nice dive footage showing you the 3441DD on the wrist at depth. So I'm not going to speak too much into the history of EPOS, which was outlined in detail during my last EPOS 3411 review. But I will tell you that this Swiss company means business. Their horology dates back to 1925, and they are located in Langnau, Switzerland, and they have been innovators in design of timepieces for quite a while. They also make a wide collection of watches, such as sport watches, dress watches, skeleton watches, pocket watches, and I'll be throwing up some of those shots on the reviews, so you can go and visit them at EPOS.ch and take a look at their lineup. I think it's pretty impressive. I don't think many North Americans are familiar with this brand as they should be. I say this because many of the important cues in what a dive watch consumer seeks is pretty well laid out in this design, at least what I like in a diver. So let's get into why you need to look at this watch if you haven't done so. Not to sound like an advertising soundboard here, but as we actually tested this watch at depth and at different times of day in and around Fiji, and it performed very well. This green dial with Arabic numerals was easy to read. The strap fits securely around the wrist. An interesting design feature of this strap are the rectangular bumps throughout the interior of the strap, which I'm sure was done intentionally, and creates a level of friction and grip to hold the dive watch securely in place. I would like to see a slightly larger hour and minute hands on a diver, but these work well with the overall design and case size. As in the 3441DD, the 3504 has bordered brushed silver borders that accentuate and promote clarity of the Arabic numerals, minute and hour hands, and date window. The EPOS Switzerland logo placed just below the 12 o'clock position, and the words automatic water resistant just above the 6 o'clock position. Of course, you have Swiss made at the bottom between the 5 and 6 o'clock position and 6 and 7 hour position. See if I can get a little better focus. There you go. Swiss made. The 3504 has a Swiss Automatic SW200 Movement, which in my mind is the best of both worlds. First off, what is amazing about this watch, and will be apparent, is how the light plays nicely off that dial. Again, just a green sunray that expands out to the chapter ring and bezel into almost like a black. So a nice touch. And it just pairs real nicely with that green rubber strap. And when you combine that with a polished black ceramic bezel, very classy yet sporty. So let's look at some specs. The case size, 41.5 millimeters. This is a titanium model. Feature pack, super lightweight titanium diver case with 50 atmosphere, which as we know, 500 meters. Unidirectional ceramic bezel. Again, precision movement on that. Nice firm grip. Not too loose, not too firm. So this 41.5 millimeter case, again, uses like titanium and is a 13.3 millimeter thickness. An ideal size for most men, and uses a good size 22 millimeter integrated rubber strap that comes nicely off the case with a well thought out green matching color to that Sunray dial. And so this integrated strap, I like the curve strap on there, so it fits nicely on the wrist, nice and snugly, supple yet very flexible, and sits comfortable. Plenty of extra length on this strap to fit larger wrists, which is nice. I have an 8¼ inch wrist, so plenty of strap. Well, just, enough strap to go around on my wrist. Probably a lot of strap to go on a smaller wrist. A lot of straps come up short in this area, which is frustrating for me because I got to go out and source, straps to fit my watches. So that's one of the standouts that I like so far about this 3504 Titanium. First standout for me on this 3504 diver is the Green Sunray Dial, combined with that long-lasting glow-in-the-dark due to the extra thick imprinted Arabic numerals and layers of lume they apparently put on this guy. So let's go to a lume shot, 20-minute lapse. Okay, well, I think that time lapse on the lume turned out really nice. Obviously, the lume works very well on this EPOS 3504 diver. 20-minute lapse, and that teal green just looks phenomenal in low light. So I think you'll agree that that teal blue green dial looks amazing in low light, just very stunning. I really like how the medium green in the center is quite nice to look at, and then you add the different lighting angles. When you turn your wrist, lighting effect kicks in as it turns into a very dark green, almost blackish towards the outer edge of the dial, and that works really nice. Just a really gorgeous looking dial, and this is part of the style that I really like when you add the silver brush bordered Arabic numerals here instead of what you may normally see in Arabic numerals. So I think it's a fresh look, and you sometimes can't keep your eye off this dial. It's a bit mesmerizing. So really nice job, EPOS. My hat goes off to your design team. Again, I'm fine with the Cyclops. It works for me because I don't have the best eyes around, and usually those dates are hard to read anyway. A second standout is this titanium case with the brush finish. On the top, it's polished on the side and then brushed on the top on the case. I hate those divers that don't give you any grip on the crown. Not an issue with the 3504. Real easy to grip and turn. Plenty of edges on it. So nice job, EPOS. It's really, I think, important on a diver to have a robust crown that you can grip easy, especially when your hands might be wet and so forth. Screws down nicely, nice and secure. Got the E letter on top of the crown, nice touch. And the angles into the crown guards are nicely done. Again, brushed on top with the polish on the side. And on the bottom you have the nice diver logo, which is a thick relief design on there, which is pretty classy. So looks pretty cool. Screw down case back. And you'll notice that they have the helium case valve on the side. This is something I'm fine with or without, as most of us, at least 99% of us, will never need because we don't go underwater that deep. But I suppose this would speak to the seriousness of the dive watch, which is rated at an amazing 500 meters. So definitely some high standards with the specs on this EPOS 3504. 3504, again, this titanium model is water resistant to 50 atmospheres or 500 feet, which is consistent with the solid back. They did a nice job with the design again. Silhouette of that diver, but it's also deeply etched, so in there, so it's not just stenciled, like then, or a shallow engraving. They did a nice job on that. All right, let's review the solid titanium bracelet for the 3504 500 meter diver that you see here. That nice, beautiful green dial. Overall length of 7 7/8 inch from link to link, 18 links in all, so plenty of length even for the larger wrist. It has a nice 22 millimeter solid in links at the case, tapering down to 19 millimeters at the buckle. There is a stamped circular EPOS logo at the center of the buckle. Pretty good touch. The finishing of the brushed outer links is executed well with a smooth finish, polished center links. And that looks quite nice, especially on when you pair it up with the green dial. Coming off that titanium case, looks pretty darn nice. Underneath the fold over buckle, we have a solid milled clasp with the words titanium, properly stamped and visible. Double fold over buckle does come with a somewhat large diver's extension of it's 3/4 of an inch, so a bit somewhat large for a diver's extension for really any utility use, unless you've got a pretty thick wetsuit. You do have solid links, so good quality there. The titanium bracelet does use screwed in pins, which, as you know, makes it a heck of a lot easier to remove and install links for fitment. No micro adjustments though, so a little bit surprising for this EPOS watch, which you do need at least three micro adjustments for those fine fitment on your wrist. So a lot of things I as you know in my review, I like and love about this 3504. I would like to see EPOS develop a better titanium bracelet with the some type of micro adjustments. The look and thing is, as you know, titanium is so light and just you could wear it all day and you don't even know it's on your wrist. It's light as a feather. So love the titanium, but I think they need to add some micro adjustments on there, for the full package bracelet on the 3504. Let's go ahead and look at some more dive film. Some additional text on the case back. You have indicating water resistance of 50 atmosphere, sapphire crystal, model number, Swiss made. So nice, tasteful job with the case back. Not too much information, just the right amount of information, straight and appropriate info. Movement, some final standouts are you get a solid movement in the 3504 titanium, which is Sellita SW200 automatic movement, and I've been getting an accuracy of plus or minus 4 to 5 seconds a day, and that is a really nice job with that. Although they don't mention that about the accuracy on their website, so even though I think they should, but I think they kind of set the bar a little bit lower so that your expectation is higher. So nice touch. They mention this movement, and I think it's worth noting that they should mention the accuracy, because that's a huge plus, and they should be praised about this high beat, 28,800 beats per hour, with plus or minus up to 5 seconds accuracy. I have a feeling that they do regulate the movement, because you typically don't get that type of accuracy on an SW200 movement out of the box without any adjusting or any regulating of the movement. So that is why I suspect that they do regulate the movement because of the accuracy. Bezel, unidirection, high polished black bezel, pairs nicely with the Green Sunray Dial. Again, precision movement on that, lines up nicely. I prefer this black on green combination. It just has a nice that pairs nicely with the Green Sunray Dial. And to me, a different kind of look than your typical black kind of diver. The Green Sunray with the green strap. Beautiful. Gotten a lot of compliments on this thing, by the way. Hey guys, here's a little close-up of the 3504 EPOS diver. So when you look at the features, specs, performance, and overall aesthetics of this watch, which I think looks stunning, the 3504 titanium diver from EPOS with the retail price at around $1,400, is a solid proposition. A little bit more if you want the titanium bracelet. I'll throw up some web shots of those other dial and strap options, so you have a, or just visit EPOS.ch to take a look at them. If you're looking for a well-made, well-designed diver, there's a little bit more. It's a little bit more unique when you combine the optional dial colors with the Arabic-style numerals, brush border Sunray dial with high-polished ceramic bezel, exceptional Solita movement. And if you're looking for a higher level of quality in a watch, I think the EPOS 3504 titanium is definitely worth a closer look. If you wrap all these specs together with the premium features, titanium case, SW200 movement, 28,800 beats per minute. It's a high beat movement, so accurate, reliable, water resistant to 500 meters, date window, polished ceramic bezel with solid action. Case ideal size of 41.5 millimeters, so that's going to fit a lot of guys with the wrists are a little bigger, our wrists are a little smaller, so kind of in that nice pool of sizing to fit a lot of people. Thickness of 13.3 millimeters allows you to wear it daily, and it's just a really great overall watch. Lug size of 22 millimeters. I usually don't like anything any smaller than that because I want it to fit securely on the wrist. Variety of strap options, different dial colors, scratch resistant sapphire crystal, solid screw down case back, mesmerizing green Sunray dial, bordered or Arabic numerals. Based on this, the 3504 is a solid value. Green sea turtle photo with this green sundial 3504 matched up with this green sea turtle, I think looks pretty nice. Hope you enjoyed the pic. Okay guys, thank you for sitting in on this review, and I hope you enjoyed the dive footage as much as we did in Fiji. Thanks for watching. Again, this is my second review, so just still learning here, but hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, share, and until next time, I'll see you again. Now, go take on the day. Okay guys, let's take a look at some more spectacular dive footage from Benga Lagoon, Fiji. While I'm doing that, let's take a look at some of the other models that EPOS provides. So I'm going to flash up a bunch of models that EPOS has in their lineup for you to take a look at. They have several collections such as the sport watches, dive watches, and some really nice luxury watches like the skeleton watches. So quite a few watches to pick from within the EPOS lineup, and wanted to share those with you. Even though this review is obviously focused on the 3504 sportive diver, they have some selections that will suit a variety of watch enthusiasts. Thought you might want to take a look at those. Enjoy.